Hey everybody and welcome to Real Yoga. I'm Hanna and today's class is gentle hips and core. So often we have exercises or asanas in yoga practice that are really raging on our six-pack abs or super tight in our hips. So we're going to level it way down and still work on these areas of the body, but in a very gentle and loving manner. So when you're ready, grab your stretchy pants and I'll meet you on the mat. We'll begin our practice today in extended child's pose. So bring your big toes together and send your knees about as wide as your yoga mat. And then really sit your hips down onto your heels as much as you can. And then when you're ready, slowly start to curl your fingertips forward. You can make this as sexy as you like. And then start to melt your heart down to the mat and bring your forehead down. And if, like me, that means that your hips lifted off of your heels, it's no problem. Don't beat yourself up for that. See if you can imagine that your hips are super heavy. So just sink into those babies with every exhale breath. So here we'll take an inhale. And then exhale, think about making your hips super heavy. Nice. Your arms can be active or relaxed here. It's up to you what feels better for your practice today. And if you haven't already, close down your eyes. Try to use your inhale breath to stretch the skin across your back body. And then keep using that exhale breath to find weight and heaviness in your hips. Nice. We'll be here for one more breath. Exhale, letting it go. Nice. Press into your fingertips and inhale, lift your gaze, and then we're going to walk our hands over to the left. So just come over as much as feels good for you, and then take your right hand and bring it on top of your left hand like a little snappy turtle. And then once you've got that, sink your right hip nice and low, and then maybe you bring your forehead back down to the mat. Again, think about your right glute muscle now being really heavy. Inhale, breathe into your right side body. You separate your rib cage as you breathe in. And exhale, heavy in the hips. Nice. On your next inhale, lift your gaze. Start to walk your hands back to center, and now we're going to move them over to the right. So bring your right hand flat and your left hand on top of it like a little snappy turtle. And then sink your hips, release your head back down to the mat. Nice. Inhale, expand through your left side body, your left rib cage. And exhale, left glute sinks a little lower to the ground. Nice. Inhale, lift your gaze and walk your hands back to center. Plant your hands shoulder width distance apart and then lift your hips up, and we're going to come into all fours. Beautiful. From here, start to rotate your elbow creases forward. Your fingers are spread really wide. Tuck your toes underneath you. And then on an inhale, lift your knees, let them hover. Beautiful. Draw your belly in, flatten your low back. Take another inhale breath. And then as you exhale, send your hips up high and back into downward facing dog. Nice. Take whatever you need here. Maybe you bend one knee at a time, like you're on a super slow push bike. Maybe you start to bring a little more movement into your hips, twisting and turning your ribs from one side of your mat to the other. And then finally, release your head and neck, give a little shake. Maybe you open your mouth, stick out your tongue, make a little noise. Blah, blah. Release that jaw. And then when you're ready, come to stillness, spreading your fingers wide and pressing your hands away. Feeling the relationship with your hands and your hips as you roll your sit bones a little higher up to the sky. And then finally, press the fronts of the thighs onto the backs of the thighs so you elongate your legs. Nice. We'll be here for one more breath. And then as you inhale, how slowly can you roll your knees all the way down to the mat? Come back to all fours. Beautiful. Keep your right toes tucked and then extend your right leg back behind you. Nice. And then feel free here to start shifting forwards and backwards. A bit of a soaring motion. just to stretch out through that right calf muscle. Nice. And then once you've had a little play there, come back to stillness. Pivot your right heel down to the mat so your toes point to the long edge of your mat, and then shift your left foot behind you slightly. We're going to inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. So we're in a bit of a side plank variation here. Nice. Take another breath in. Use your exhale to draw your belly in strongly. Keep that and inhale to come all the way up. Beautiful. So we've still got our right toes extended out to the side. I'm just going to shuffle a little so I'm within my mat boundaries. Nice. And then here, bring your hands to your waist. Roll your shoulders back, elbows back. Inhale, lift your heart. Nice. And then exhale, flip your right hand to the side like you're, doing a bit of a sassy Beyonce move. And then take your right palm down to your leg and slide it down. Ooh. Nice. Notice if your left shoulder rolls forward with you. Can you keep your left shoulder open so you're really just bending through the side of your body? Maybe this is enough, or you can reach your left arm up to the sky and then exhale left arm by your left ear. Ooh, big side stretch. Maybe you're already feeling this in the front of your left hip. Maybe. Take another inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands back to your waist. And then from here, we're going to turn our right toes. So now our right toes point to the back edge of the mat. Take your right elbow to your right thigh and keep that left shoulder rotating open. I like to call this pose, or I like to vibe off of those old school paintings of people who have just hunted and killed something and they're very proud of it. So imagine you're in one of these old paintings. I do not condone hunting and killing anything, by the way. You're welcome to stay here in a little sort of extended side angle variation. If your hips feel juicier today, you can slide your right fingertips down towards the mat or maybe a block if you have one handy. And if you're doing this, then push your arm into your leg and press your leg back into your arm. Nice. Keep opening through your left shoulder. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Final option, maybe you reach that left arm up and overhead one more time. Nice. You can do this in either variation. Inhale, breath. And this time as you exhale, cartwheel both hands back to the front edge of your mat. Pivot on your back right foot. Take your left foot behind your left knee again. So we're back sort of at the beginning. All right. From here, start to engage the right thigh, engage the right kneecap, flex the foot a lot and float your foot off of the mat. All 5 toes point down. You're welcome to stay here. Or extend your left arm out in front of you like you're shaking hands with someone who can't use their right arm for whatever reason. Nice. You're welcome to stay here, or bend your back knee. See if you can reach around and grab a hold of the top of your foot. And if you've got that, kick your foot back into your hand. Start to open your left shoulder. If you haven't managed to grab a hold of the foot, no problem. You can stay in the first option, or you can just rotate your torso towards the left and pretend that you're reaching back for that foot. If you've got a hold of the foot, keep kicking, lifting. One more breath here. Nice. And then exhale, release everything. Come back to all fours. Tuck your toes underneath you and send your hips up high and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Take any movement here that feels good for your body. Maybe that movement is stillness. Nice. We'll be here for one more breath in. And again, exhale, slow descend of your knees all the way down. Lovely. All right, keep those toes tucked. This time extend your left leg out behind you. And once again, if it feels good, start shifting a little forward, a little back. Nice. Notice if you're collapsing into your belly here, can you draw your belly button up towards your spine so it feels like your body moves in one solid piece. Nice. Come back to stillness. Start to engage. Nope. Bring your left heel down to the mat, sorry guys, and then shift your right foot behind you. Inhale, left arm goes to the sky, side plank variation. Nice. Open through your heart, push away from the mat. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to draw your belly muscles in strongly. Keep them engaged and use them to lift you all the way up. Nice. Once again, I'm not central to my mat. Bring your hands to your waist. Nice. Roll your shoulders back, draw your elbows back to lift your heart. Flip your left hand now like you're serving a tray, and then slide the back of your hand down your left leg a little more. Beautiful. Start to lean to the left. Roll your right shoulder back. Make sure that that's not leaning towards the earth. You are welcome to stay. Or reach your right arm first up to the sky, and then exhale, right arm by your right ear. Big side body stretch. Again, maybe you feel this in the front of your right hip flexor. Maybe you feel it somewhere else. Beautiful. Inhale to come back to center. Bring your hands back to your waist. And then turn your left toes forward. And bring your left elbow to your left thigh. Roll your right shoulder back. So we're back in this ye olde painting of someone very proud of their hunting goods. Nice. Keep reaching and lengthening through the crown of your head. Nice. Keep rolling the right shoulder back and then pulling back on your left knee so you can really see your left big toe here. You're welcome to stay or bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot and then draw that arm and leg towards one another. Everyone, option to reach your right arm to the sky and then exhale, bring that arm by your ear. Nice. Full breath in wherever you are. And we're going to use our exhale to cartwheel our hands back to the top of the mat. Pivot on your back foot and your back knee. Hanna. All right, you're welcome to stay. Or start to engage your left thigh, your left kneecap, flex your left foot and float that baby off of the mat. Nice. Draw your lower belly in. Maybe you reach your right hand forward. Traditional handshaking now. Stay here or bend the back knee, reach around, see if you can grab a hold of the foot. And if you've got that kick, keep lifting that foot up to the sky. Draw your belly in, use your core to support you so you don't lose balance like I just did. And then see if you can rotate your body a little more to the right now. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then exhale, release everything back down to the mat. Tuck your toes underneath you and sink your hips back and then curl them up to the sky, downward facing dog. Again, feel free to take movement here if it feels good in your body. Nice. And then very slowly start to walk your feet about halfway through your mat, cross your ankles, and then come down to a little seat. Beautiful. Take your feet flat out in front of you with your knees bent. Reach your hands forward, roll your shoulders back and lift your heart. So this is a bit of a boat pose variation. And then from here, we're going to roll down nice and slow. So start to draw your lower belly in. See, you might even do it so much that your lower back starts to curl down like you're in cat pose. So really engage that belly, curve your back as you slowly lower down. Just come to where it feels okay. Stay here, lift your heart, and then press into your feet. Keep those babies stuck to the mat. Maybe come down a little more. Stay. And then finally roll all the way down to the mat. Nice. Release your hands down by your sides, and then bring your heels nice and close to your butt. So here we are on our backs. And we'll work a little more into those hips. So on an inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Flex your foot strongly. Oh, guys, my feet are super dirty today. Nice. And then rotate your toes out to the right so that you feel that your bone in your hip socket rotates outwards or opens outwards. Nice. And then keep that foot flexed. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Use your right hand to very gently push your right knee away from you. You're welcome to stay here. For some people, this is already going to be a super intense hip opener. So maybe you stay here. If you're really not feeling it, then start to float your left foot off of the mat and then thread your hand through the hole
interlace your fingers behind your left leg, your left knee. Nice. And then draw your left knee towards your chest and push your right knee away from you. You might even be able to use your right elbow to help that action. So the more push and pull you have here with your knees, the more you'll feel this stretch in your right hip. Don't forget to breathe nice and deep here. Beautiful. We'll stay for a couple more breaths. Keep that right foot active and happy, just so we can protect the left knee joint. Beautiful. We'll stay for one more breath in. And then exhale. If you've interlaced behind your hands, release. Take your left foot all the way down. Nice. And then from here, keep your legs as they are. Reach your arms out to the side. We're just going to do a gentle twist. So start to lean over to the left until your right foot falls flat down to the earth. Nice. Send your breath into your belly. Notice how your belly feels. We've turned it on. We just switched it on. Just turn the volume up below. Just enough. Beautiful. One more big breath into your belly here. And then exhale, draw that baby in. Keep that and use your next inhale to lift your legs back to center. Release your right foot, send it back up to the sky and down to the mat. You can bring your hands back by your sides. Beautiful. Next side, inhale, left leg goes up high, flex your foot strongly. Your leg does not have to be straight here, and your feet do not have to be clean to do yoga, apparently. Flex your toes to your nose, and then send your left toes out to the left so you feel this little external rotation in your left hip joint. And then bring your left ankle across your right knee, and your left hand to your left knee, gently pushing it away from you. Keep this left foot, this left baby flexed. Maybe this is enough, and if it is, stay here, find your belly breaths. If you need a little more, start to float your right toes off of the mat, and then interlace your fingers behind your right knee. That right foot can be floppy, unless you really want to flex it up today. And then draw your right knee in towards your chest, and push, maybe even using your elbow, your left knee away from you. And the more of that action you find, the more you're going to feel it in your left hip. See if you can send your breath into that left hip. And notice if you're holding tension somewhere else. Is your brow furrowed? Are your teeth clenched? See if you can relax the rest of your body. Just working our legs here. Nice. We'll stay for 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. If you've interlaced behind your knee, gently release that. Send your right foot flat down to the mat and open your arms out wide to the sides. Start to lean your legs over to the right until that left foot flattens down. Beautiful. And then here again, see how much you can relax your belly, sending your breath into your belly. So let it just be soft here, receiving your nice long inhales. And then deflating as you exhale. Nice. Take 1 more inhale breath. This time as you exhale, draw your belly muscles in so they're engaged and they help you to lift your legs back to center. Bring your hands back by your sides. Release your left foot up to the sky and place it down. Bring your knees in towards your body. Give yourself a hug. Nice. And then find a little bit of core if you want it. Squeeze your nose towards your knees. Nice. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe you reach your arms forward. Keep squeezing. Keep drawing your belly in. Pushing your low back into the mat. Nice. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Open your legs wide. Bring your arms by your sides. Enough space between your arms and your body to air out your pits. Give your feet a bit of a shake, a bit of a wiggle. Nice. And then take a deep, full breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Keep holding, holding, holding. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Nice. Feel free to stay here as long as serves you. This is where I'm going to finish up. So if you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs in between your eyebrows at your third eye center. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Namaste.
Thanks so much for sharing your practice with me today, folks. If you like that, I do new yoga videos every Friday, so please subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell so you can get notified whenever there's a new free video in your inbox. I'd love to hear from you, so let me know how you went in the comments below. Take care. Namaste.